record.
Inflation is a common problem in all economies. Prices go up. In fact, anything that has to do with our money goes up, except the language. See, we have hidden numbers in words such as wonderful, before, and create. I suggest we add 1 to each of these numbers, so that when the economy inflates, the language helps by rising to the occasion. So wonderful would be tutorful, before, be5, and create, cre9. A sentence like, I will be late for my graduation tonight would be, I will be le9 5 my graduation 3 night. And so on, and so forth. I've written a story for you so that you can get a little bit of a feel for it. The Four Little Pigs, writ 11 by Emma Richardson. Twice upon a time, there lived in the stenine of 11 a sea 4 little pigs. The mother pig was proud of her little piglets. However, it made her very sad when her oldest, George, said to her one day, Mother, I have long lived under your 11th roof, and I believe it is time for me to seek my 5 elsewhere. Well, George, have you thought about the air 5s? It would be fitting, as 2 of our 5 fathers are among the commanders of the U.S. Constitution. The air 5s? No, I hadn't thought about that. Since I'm interested in forensics, I thought I would join the police. George, I had my heart set on you joining the air 5s ever since you saw the light of day for the 2nd time. Well, I do not care about the air 5s, or about our 5 fathers, or about the U.S. Constitution. I want to rejoin the police, and what's more, I'll do it whether you like it or not. I can't believe it. I have levenderly reared this boy his whole life, and now he's turning against me. Leave this house now, 3 days, before I lose control of myself. So, while George is packing, please allow me to introduce his illustrious brothers. Second in line after George is Benedict, who has an extremely high, though slightly less aculine, idea of his own importance. Last but not, well, unfortunately, quite least, is Fred, whose only talent is video gaming. Where do you suppose you'll go? I will go to California. I hear the climb line is beautiful. California? Have you forgotten? Our family's sworn enemy lives there. You mean that big bad wolf? The one who marinated our uncle? The death-minded Loot 11 and 5 his dinner? The very same. George, if you go, I-5 tell that nothing good will come of it. Brothers, 5 give me, but now I must go more than ever. Our uncle must be avenged. The K-10 will rue the day he marinated the Loot 11 it. I will go 3. We are only young twice, and we might as well do something admirable. The 5 we are 3 old, 3 do anything at all. Why are you looking at me? I'm not going. 3's companies, 4's a crowd. Well, I suppose we can't all be concerned with family honor. Those of us who are 3 concerned with their own comfort must be expected 3 shrink from defending our name from insult. Oh, fine, but I'm only going because I want 3. So, the next day, the pigs navigated their way through the airport, and other than Fred getting stuck 1.5 way through the revolving door, and Benedict trying to engage the interventions of the pretty, but surprisingly strong, flight stewardess, the trip did not deviate from the plan. The second thing that happened to them after they landed in California was that Fred yanked their intervention to the sign. The sign advertising tickets to a concert featuring just 11 Bieber and 2 Direction. After much heated debate, in which George, who believed he had the 7th sense, said, My intuition tells me we should not at 11 the concert. And Benedict declared, We are not here to merely smell the 3 lips. We came to avenge our uncle, and avenge our uncle we must. Fred settled the matter with a few po-11 cries of, But I want 3! Wiping his 5 head with frustration, George crossed the street. In 11th, on joining the line, 5 the tickets. Fred, are you sure you want to go? I in 11, 3 go, 3 the concert, or die trying. So after enduring hours of girls screaming that just 11 was their 2 and only, they found out a piece of information that made Fred in 11thly happy. There had been a surprise addition to the lineup, and there was Taylor Swift walking on stage and animatedly singing her hit song, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. You go talk three your friends, talk three my friends, talk three me, but we are never, ever, ever getting back together. It was midnight when the concert was over. A clock in the distance struck 13. As they passed a bar on their way to the hotel, the door opened, and they could hear an 11er inside singing Route 67. A figure was silhouetted in the doorway. It staggered out, and the pigs found themselves contemplating the face of the big bad wolf, obviously intoxicated. Hello, chums. Nice night for a glass or three. Stay where you are. My brothers and I are here to revenge the death of our Uncle Connor, the loot 11 you marinated. I always knew this day would come. I've had a sense of foreboding ever since I killed your uncle. I remember that night well. I couldn't rub three nickels together. I started drinking. 8 and 8, please. To your health and happiness. You look like you need it. You know, they say back in Ireland that if butter or whiskey can't cure a man's problems, they can't be cured. So, now that you understand the base 7s of inflationary language, you may be asking when it should be used. I suggest we use it as a bit of a preventative measure, so that when the economy begins to show signs of inflation, we employ it, thus stopping the problem before it starts. However, sometimes the economy is so bad, it takes more than just inflationary language. It takes hyperinflationary language. When using hyperinflationary language, we add 2 to each hidden number, making wonderful 3 to 4 b4 b6 and create Cree 10. Our sentence, I will be late for my graduation tonight, is now, I will be late 6 my graduation fortnight. And so on, and so siths. The rest of the story will be told in hyperinflationary language. Get me another, Connor. Make it a more 12 this time. You know, I think you've had enough. They say back in Ireland that drink is a terrible thing. It makes a man fight with his neighbours. It makes him shoot his landlord and miss him. You little goody four-shoes. Give me my more 12. You need to be careful. They say in Ireland that a man's mouth often broke his nose. Are you threatening me, you little proverb-spouting leprechaun? No, I'm merely looking out 6 number 3. I opened this bar when I left the army as a deck attendant was 12th, and I can't have you messing this place up, breaking all the 12 commandments, and the blessed St. Patrick knows what else. It's in my best interest to 6 you for leave, besix you do any damage. I don't have a penny for call my own without this place. Even my sister in 12th C wouldn't help me now. We never work 4 peas in a pod. You better start open for a 6-leaf clover, cause I'm gonna... And that's how your uncle met his end. And you will end up on my platoon 4 if you don't 6 feet and be back to where you came from. Never. Our uncle must be vindicated. Say your last words. Last words? In for thy hands I commit my spirit. Never mind. Roar! On the other hand, we are told to 6 give 72 times 9. Footaloo! And so the 5 little pigs cried wee 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 all the way home. Boys, you're back? Mother, I had thought of a 3 to 4 career 6 myself. I will join the Air 6.